Welcome to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Dr. Wayne Moore.
Always a pleasure to host with you.
It's good to be in your presence. It's good to be in your presence.
It's going to be a great show today.
It is. I mean, this is a hot topic.
Yeah.
Hot topic.
Very hot topic.
Very hot topic. Dynamic subject. Matter that the community is going to be able to hear about. Trafficking.
Yeah, sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking.
More specifically, yeah.
Yeah, David's going to give us some insight and tell us what's going on. Tell us about the Hope House, I believe it is.
Yes.
And we're going to find as much about it as we can. And you might know somebody that has been a part of that or needs to contact the Hope House. We have them here right today.
And we're glad that you're here today on Fridays at 9:30, Sunday afternoons at 5:30. You can also watch this show on WHMB TV 40 YouTube. Mm-hmm. You can watch this show after it's over and perhaps others that you might have missed.
And like us on
Facebook.
Yeah, like us on Facebook. We're there, and we're there for your pleasure. It is our prayer that you'll help us stay on the air by calling the station and saying, I want to be a sponsor for Real People, Real Voices. We'd love to have you.
Love to have you. I also want to thank our sponsors, Lee Castle and Crawley.
Yeah, we also want to thank Fervent Care Christian Academy, where young people can get a fresh start in life.
Absolutely. So stay tuned. In just a few moments, we have information that could save someone's life. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, and we're joined by David Nolan, who is the Associate Director for a very, very wonderful center, the Hope Center.
Yes, that's correct, yeah. I'm the co-founder, associate director, as long as with my dad as well, and we started this ministry just a few years ago, sorry.
That's fine. And you all are helping to transform lives. Tell us about the mission of the Hope Center.
Sure.
And talk about what sex trafficking is all about.
Yeah, so the Hope Center is a Christ-centered aftercare campus for women coming out of sex trafficking. Mm-hmm. So we focus mainly on just giving them hope and a future, really trying to bring them full circle, lead them to Christ, and just to help them feel like they have a dream and a purpose for being on this earth.
And so far, you all have helped to transform about 40 women?
Yeah, so we've had about 40 women who've been impacted through our
3-year period of time.
Within, about two
and a
years.
half.
Yeah, 2.5 years. Yeah.
So
wow.
What does that process look like?
Yeah, a lot of volunteers. Yeah, so a lot of just help from the community. A lot of people just coming on board to sponsor these women, to sponsor those who would help the women, and just coming on board to really make this happen. Mm-hmm.
So this was an idea that God gave your dad, or was this something?
Yeah, so my dad was sitting in his office. He actually was a pastor for over 30 years and was minding his own business one day, came across a promo video for the Dream Center in Los Angeles, and he was so moved by the promo video, he felt like God was saying, hey, if you want to do something like the Dream Center, you need to put steps forward to do it because you're not getting any younger. And so at the time, he was about 60 years old, and so he put a 1-year succession plan together, and about the same time he handed the baton off to the associate director, a mile down the road, a 25-acre campus opened up for sale.
Wow.
So it was pretty miraculous.
Wow. And so the funding comes from philanthropy?
Yeah, so it's all funded from churches, local businessmen, all different individuals, and people just who want to see something done. They're frustrated with people in politics who say it's a problem, but they're looking for someone who will actually just bring a solution. And so that's what we're experiencing.
You're suggesting that the political establishment is just filibustering about it?
No, I'm for sure saying that.
Oh, okay. So the Hope don't get him started. The Hope Center's sustainability is not predicated upon what the government does.
No, we accept no government, state funding, and so we're all funded by, like I said, churches and people who just
have a heart for it.
They are ready to see something done.
Wow.
And let me ask you, for Indianapolis, of course, you all serve. Is your services exclusive to Indianapolis?
No, actually, it's for anyone in the United States, and so what we're finding is we're getting referrals from California, Alaska, Florida, all over the place, not just here in Indianapolis, because really and a few years ago, there was a lady who said, hey, listen, there's about less than 600 beds in all of America for victims.
Right, I've read it.
And it was just like, that was a knife through our hearts. Like, here, we're the United States, right? We're the ones who should have the best, the most, right, when it comes to services for these women, but that's just not the case. And in fact, we're behind the ball.
Yeah. How can you expect to have a homeless trafficking shelter for women when you don't have adequate homeless shelters?
Sure.
So we're behind the 8 ball, and we're claimed that we're a major city and we're one city.
Yeah.
And we don't have any of this going on in our city.
Yeah, I see all these churches who are going out and putting up buildings, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there's hotels for sale that they could buy and just boom, they could instantly be a big solution to the drug epidemic, to homelessness epidemic, to all these, to even trafficking. And it's just like, it breaks my heart just to see, they're not bringing a solution, a tangible, long-term solution to some of these problems.
Yeah.
So with 25 acres,
Yes.
as I understand it, you all hope to implement 20 more beds.
Yeah, so the dream right now and the challenge we have is we really need more volunteers. We really need more people who will come in to be mentors to these women, to really help walk through life. And some of them, they just need a motherly friend in their life. And for some of them, we need to hire more caseworkers, and to be able to do that, we need more funds and different organizations to come on board. And so, we don't really necessarily have like one big funder or mega donor or anything like that.
Right.
It's all small checks, and mostly people who are giving, $50 here, $10,000 here, and it's not. There's no $1 million checks coming in or anything like. Not yet. So, but we're praying one day. We'll get there. So
a lot of things have been wrought by prayer.
Yeah.
When you do work like this.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it is wrought by sacrifice and prayer.
Yes.
Because the bureaucracy has tied itself up so much to where the grant system is only designed for those who know how to break the system to get grants.
Yeah.
And then there's some who are able to get it by somebody else's voice.
Yeah, you need a team of lawyers just to get a grant.
Somebody can say, well, I want you to have this one, and I don't think I want him to have that one or that person to have that one. But in some cases that happens, and in a lot of cases around here it happens. But keep chugging at it, man. I tell you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, keep chugging at it. And this is phenomenal because how many beds do you have total? You adding 20?
Yeah, we have at least 84 rooms. And so most of those rooms are definitely 2 beds to a room, but also there's several rooms where you can do 3, 4 beds to a room. They all have their own bathroom.
Really?
Yeah. So
that's great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So how would a family or someone who's watching who may be a victim, how would they get in touch with or tap into your services?
Yeah, so we have a website, hopecenterindy.org, and so they can get
Have a donate button on there?
Yes, there is, and then there's also more information about the program itself, and we love for people just to come and check us out, and we do tours every Saturday morning at 10:30 for people who just want to come out and see and hear the story and hear the testimonies of how did this really happen so fast.
Who's the council person in your area?
The council person in
City
my
county
area?
council person.
Ooh, I'm not sure.
Well, they probably wouldn't be able to help you anyway. It's not worth remembering.
Well, no, I do love politicians, and I do love
don't worry
the
about
work
it. I
that
just
they
thought I'd
do.
ask. Because there's a lot of resources that they give out.
Yeah, so that's wonderful, and I think
I'd love you to tap into that if you could.
there's definitely services and things that we're still exploring. Like I said, we're 26 months into this, and a campus doesn't manage itself, and so there's all these different things of when people come to me, do you know about this and this? I'm like, and I have a campus to manage. I don't have time to go, to some of these places
Let me ask you
figure all
a
these
question,
things out.
David. I know we don't have much time.
Yeah.
So, say you find somebody that is trafficking women through Indianapolis on I-70.
Yeah.
And the state police catches them.
Yes.
Would it be feasible for them to take that lady to you all or take it to the Marion County Jail?
Yes, so we do take women 18 and older. I should clarify that. We do not take victims who are younger because in the state of Indiana, you actually have to go through a 2-year licensureship to actually house women longer than like 5 days that are minors. And so if they're 18 and older, then yes, we can take them right away.
So you offer counseling, you offer...
Yeah, so all of them actually qualify for their mental health services through the state.
Good.
And so there's, we do offer trauma counseling and different classes, and we do have a trauma-informed approach.
That's what we need to hear.
Well, you've been a great guest. Thanks for all the information.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys.
And keep hope alive over
Yes,
there.
thank
All
you,
right?
thank you so much.
All right.
We want to keep you on standby. We have much more to come. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. We're joined by Melody McGuire. She is
Yes.
Executive Director for the historic
Historic.
Auntie Mame's Child Development Center.
50 years
Yes.
of child development.
Yes.
I know a
Welcome to the
lot
show.
of people
Thank
came
you.
through there.
Thank you.
Yeah, 50
Thank you.
years.
50 years.
Yes.
So,
May 19th.
May 19th. Are you going to have a celebration?
We will be doing a kickoff celebration. Instead of just having one big event, it'll start as an event, but just go throughout the year.
Succession until the 19th.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
So how long have you been the ED over there?
I have been serving as the executive director since November 2017.
Okay.
Really? How many children do you have in that system?
We currently now have 93.
Okay.
When I started, we were at 35.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
You're major.
So you've done some incredible things to recruit.
And you're nationally
more kids.
accredited too.
Yes, yes. When I joined the organization, we were at the end of the accrediting process. I began my relationship with Auntie Mays in 2014.
Yes, ma'am.
As their Path to Quality coach and quality advisor. And so throughout the years, we've kept in contact, and I was still able to help them through the process.
So you went from being the coach, working for the state, to actually being the executive director of the center.
Being the boss over there.
Yes, as I was working for the state and I took a small sabbatical, I was serving at Brown Mackie College as an adjunct instructor. And so I still would travel between Ohio and Indiana, and I would come and just do whatever they needed for free because I fell in love with the organization, its mission, and the community in which it serves. Because I'm also a graduate of Martin University,
Yeah.
which is in the 46218 zip code.
So you're passionate about 46218.
Very, very passionate.
And
I
you're-
tell people, don't sleep on us. We're coming back.
You coming back?
We are coming
You're a
back.
major chick. You know that? I like that.
And you've helped to lead them to the highest level.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. We are currently nationally accredited. We are also a part of the Path to Quality program for Indiana, and we're level 4.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
You're doing a
much.
great job.
Thank you very much.
I've never heard of her.
I have.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
a
I know her
major chick.
family.
Yeah, I'm happy to see people, young ladies like you doing what you. I like what you said when you fell in love with the area and the system that was there, and now you run it.
Yes,
And you like 46218.
I definitely do. It reminds me
So
of
there's a
being
lot
at
of
home.
things going on in 46218 and one or two things. So you're going on. I want everybody to know that you're going on over there as well in 46218. There's a lot of things going over in 46218, and you're one of them. And we want to
Yes.
congratulate and commend you. Keep doing. That's a historical place over there.
Yes, it is.
Very historical.
Yes, we have been at that location since 1973.
Wow.
And so that is 45 years.
Right.
45 years, we have done a lot. We've seen the ups and downs of business. And one of the things that I'm very proud of is to know that Auntie Maeve's Child Development Center was started by a double minority, which is a woman and then a woman of color.
Right.
And one of the reasons why she started it, because of Dr. King hearing a speech that we as a people do nothing to help ourselves.
Right.
And so being from Atlanta, born 2 days after Dr. King, there's that connection. And then finding out once I got here that 3 days after her funeral was my first time ever working in early childhood.
Okay.
So since she has been gone, these past 18 years, I believe that God had me in position of learning to be able to come back to this facility to continue on the dream
To
that she heard.
succeed her.
Yes, today I was able to meet the pastor or the reverend that eulogized her funeral. And
Okay.
so I was very, very humbled because as I thought about it, he spoke the last words over her, but the beginning words for me and what the team and I are doing at Auntie Mae's.
Well, that's phenomenal. You're a unique young lady. You don't hear a lot of young people, the millennials, who reference the shoulders in which they stand on. And you're doing that. And for that, I believe God is going to just take you to higher heights and be able to take Auntie Mae to higher heights. Boy, I'm going to put you on my prayer list. I have
Thank
a
you very
personal
much.
prayer list, and I'm going to put you on there because to hear you talk about the people that had gone on before you and to reference them, and you're doing what you're doing because of them, is phenomenal. Most young people, they just do it and it becomes shape, form, and fashion, and they don't realize that what they have is what somebody else has given them.
Right.
And so I want to commend you on that.
Thank you.
So how can our community help?
Yeah.
Well, for one, become connected. As we are beginning to reach out, please reach back out to us. Being the new executive director and not from the facility and coming at a time in which I've been able to help turn the program around, I still have limited knowledge on who all here in the city has went through Auntie Mae's. I have begun to meet key people, but in order for this phase of our lives, especially with early childhood education, starting at the beginning, before the beginning, is very important. It's in the primary years that children's brains are developing. So when they're leaving us, then they are out to the world. But if these children are able to see people who have went through the facility, known or unknown, be able to either give back monetarily or through volunteering, that would greatly help us.
Do you have any specific thing that you're doing for this particular 50th year anniversary? Are you trying to put in a new playground? You're trying to get new equipment? What are you trying to do that this community can reach into Auntie Mae and help?
Needing business leaders and visionaries. As I stated, we've been at that facility since 1973, so that's 45 years of work needing to be done in the building. It is run by love, so love covers a multitude of sin. And so we're able to still begin to process and progress through not having an abundance of
Resources.
a new playground or any of that. So anybody who's able to either come in to help with volunteering or provide a really a reasonable discount, even those who are able to help our parents would be phenomenal. Just come and help and we can talk
You
about
have a
whatever
lot
it
of
is.
struggling parents that come through there, don't you?
Yes, and a lot of them, because of the connections that we've been able to make within the past year, such as Edna Martin Christian Center,
Right.
have been able to still be enrolled at our facility, but reach out to other organizations to get help with food, housing, homes, whatever they need. And so there is a major need. A part of Mrs. Townsend's plan was she started a facility for the working parent. But there's also a such thing as the working poor and the working knowledge. And so we're using the facility to help those parents and their guardians or extended people to be knowledgeable of what happens once they leave us, how to still stay connected, but also have resources in the community.
It would be great if you could connect with people who would connect you with wraparound services.
Yes.
And that you could be a reference for those families that came through there.
Yes.
I think that's what a lot of people need to understand, that there are wraparound services that can help them. For some reason or another, we just can't communicate that to entities like yours.
Yeah.
It's sad, but I hope that somebody will hear this show today and give her an opportunity to create a wraparound service area within that particular facility.
It is needed. In the 46218 zip code, I've noticed in my own research that we are either the highest or the lowest on everything except for the opiate addiction. So that means that
You got to be a drug addict to get some help. Okay, I understand. I'm just going to tell it like it is. That's
The community in itself needs it. We offer our facility up for local organizations such as Forest Manor Association to come in and host their meetings, different organizations to host their meetings. I've been able to make partnerships with Catch the Stars Foundation, and so Tamika Catchings and her team came in and revitalized our library.
She's a fine young lady.
Yes,
She's a fine young lady.
she's wonderful. And so we were able to provide touch screens, computers for the children to be able to play with. We have now added tablets in every classroom. So children are becoming exposed to not just technology through the phone, but what they can do and find out.
I know we have a wrap up, but I need this man right here to pray for you, if he would do that, for your success. Would you do that, Jackson, if we could do that? I know we have a wrap up, but we need to do that.
Thank you for your grace and your mercy on Melody, and we ask that you would continue to use her as you have in blessing the child care, the community, and our city. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Well, you've been a great guest.
Thank you very
Been a
much.
great guest.
Thank you for having me.
And stay tuned. We'll be back with the rundown. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And I'm your executive producer, Faith McKinney.
Wonderful guest, and let's thank Lee Kossel and Crowley, one of our
And
sponsors.
Fervent Care Christian Academy for being with us, and anybody else who wants to become a sponsor. We're waiting on you.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
The Hope Center, one of the only exiting out of sex trafficking centers, aftercare centers in Indiana.
In Indiana. It's a
It's
unique
beautiful.
piece. Yeah.
25 acres. It's a beautiful facility. You should take a tour. It's amazing.
I plan to do that. I plan to do that, and
You help arrange that for us.
yeah,
I sure will.
Yeah, I plan to do that. I want to see that facility, and man, it's amazing to hear
Yeah.
him talk about it. And then Auntie May.
Auntie May, 50 years.
50 years, and still going strong. Not as
Yeah.
strong as they want to go, but it's still moving.
And Melody has taken it from just 30 some odd kids.
Almost to 100.
Almost to 100.
100
Yeah,
kids.
she's got a lot of passion.
A lot of background there, too,
Absolutely. She's brilliant. She's energetic. I think she's the shot in the arm that they need.
She's a woman of sacrifice. You can hear it in her voice.
Yeah.
You know, she had a major job. She left that job to take on this job. And what's so phenomenal about it is that she respects her elders.
Yes, she does.
And everyone should.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching and being with us today. We hope to see you again this time real soon. Have a good night.